William Saliba has a hamstring injury. We've been provided an update on not just William Saliba, but also Jurriën Timber. Gyökeres hijacks. We're serious about Rodrygo. Nico Williams. It seems a case of Arsenal versus Real Madrid and everything in between, man. So smash the like button. Let's go through this. First things first, let's talk about some existing players. I'm quite passionate on this, and I've said this numerous times, and I'd love to know you lot's thoughts. We're all in this together. The manager, people above Mikel Arteta, the players, the fans, regardless of whatever reason or reasons you think as to why we haven't won silverware this year. Obviously, smash the like button and subscribe. I'd love to know your thoughts. We're all in this together. My stance is exactly that, and I've gone in depth. But if I feel sorry for people that are employed by the club beyond the obvious, I feel sorry for the players, man. I think they've been ran into the ground. I think they've given all they've got. I think they've run out of steam. I think they needed help in the summer in terms of the window and additions and getting this better and seeing how we can pip City, bearing in mind last season we was 2 points off them, or in January where it was, SOS calls, Mayday, like nobody was fit. It was mad. So yeah, it's disappointing. I feel sorry for the players, man, but it's not, it doesn't surprise me really and truly, man. Jurriën Timber and William Saliba will miss our final game of the 2024-25 season at Southampton due to injury. I don't even want to think about this at this moment in time, but then who is playing right back? Because does Benjamin White go centre half? Right. You know what? Big boy, I'm happy I'm not Mikel Arteta. But anyway, Jurriën Timber and William Saliba will miss our final game of the 2024-25 season at Southampton due to injury, probably Calafiori. The Dutch fullback wasn't included in the matchday squad for our 1-0 win against Newcastle on Sunday. Arteta has confirmed he has undergone ankle surgery. Meanwhile, William Saliba's 100th Premier League appearance in that same game ended prematurely as he was forced off at halftime with a hamstring issue, which will see him miss out on the trip to St Mary's Stadium. Now, we've had both our centre halves with hamstring issues. We've had Martinelli, we've had Kai Havertz, we've had Bukayo Saka. Whether you rate these players or not, hamstring injuries, there's got to be something in that. Again, we need a bigger squad. Players are playing too many games for club and country and in all competitions. It's not going to stop. So we need to put our best foot forward. Apparently, Mikel Arteta spoke on Wednesday, and it did surprise me when this came out. I was thinking, is there a press conference? William is going to be out for a few weeks. Unfortunately, he pulled his hamstring against Newcastle, so he's going to be out for a few weeks. That means he's obviously not been named in the French squad. And I'd imagine Belgium are calling up, Holland are calling up their players. Obviously, Timber's not going to be a part of that. Feel sorry for Timber, man. Second injury, obviously, or better yet, second case of surgery in a matter of, a short period of time. Jurriën had surgery yesterday on his ankle, so he'll be out for a few weeks as well. The best thing is, it's not the best thing, but at least it's not the ACL. It's just some other part. While the pair of seasons have ended prematurely earlier than hoped, the boss was keen to praise the duo for their displays in our backline. Listen, big up Mikel Arteta. I think I speak for every Arsenal fan where I say shout out William Saliba, shout out Jurriën Timber. You're both great individually. I'm a bit greedy and I want more players on your level. And obviously, Magalhaes, there was a point in time at the Emirates where we only had one decent defender, let alone the bulk of them, And even Tomiyasu is obviously a quality player, but in terms of availability, he's only played 6 minutes of Premier League football. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. But anywho, people, I just wanted to bring this up. Investment in attack since 2020. Now, this was tweeted on the 20th of May. We're 60th. I don't know if this is Photoshop or whatever, but I think it highlights that, Mikel Arteta has not been shy to buy goalies and defenders and centre mids and all of those, or multifunctional players. We need Mikel Arteta. You need to find players that fit your remit. Arsenal Football Club, there's a lot we need. We clearly need a 9. We clearly need a left winger. We don't need to get into it. We need reinforcements, people. And yeah, we ain't spent that much, allegedly, people. 80 million. I don't know if that's right. What attackers have we really bought under Mikel? Jesus. I'm not including Kai Havertz. Yeah, he's playing up front. And I'm not including Marino. They were brought in to be centre mids. Gabriel Jesus, Trossard, Marquinhos. I'm being silly. Yeah, Fabio Vieira, Odegaard. But then even if we're just looking at inside forwards and strikers, you're scratching your head, man. But Arsenal, please, man, we need attackers. It's not the only thing, but we need that. Sky Germany are talking about Rodrygo to Arsenal. Breaking. Understand Arsenal are now seriously considering a transfer for Rodrygo. Talks have begun behind the scenes. The 24-year-old is a potential departure candidate at Real Madrid. They're actually being linked with Wirtz. It's difficult, but Arsenal are currently exploring all options for a possible transfer. Everyone and their dog's going to be interested in Rodrygo. Again, let's explore this a bit further, people. Apparently, we've opened talks. The Gunners are exploring all options available. We hear a bunch of rumors down to Rodrygo about to sign a new deal or in talks for such, down to he wants to leave. Sky Germany have reported, or better yet, Florian Plattenberg of Sky Germany has once again said, we've begun actively exploring a move for Rodrygo. The journalist has then stated that we've held initial talks, people. Whether a move is feasible still remains to be seen. Plattenberg acknowledges that this transfer operation will be difficult, while Ben Jacobs claimed on Tuesday that it could take as much as 100 million euros to sign him. Arsenal have other wingers on their shortlist. We are consistently linked with Nico Williams, Embuemo, Sane. I'm having Embuemo. If worse came to worse, I'm having Sane. Semenyo, I like him, but you're seeing 60, 70 million from Bournemouth. Rightly so, hustle and get your money, but crazy. We're being linked with a bunch of strikers, even down to Gyökeres, bunch of strikers, bunch of different positions. Just make sure when that window closes, we've got the quality additions into our front line, and we evidently have the depth, or we feel like we have such. We've got to remember, though, Chelsea earlier today were linked with a move for Rodrygo. Apparently, they're ready to make a shock bid for him. He already has one foot out the door at Real Madrid, people. Again, keeping up the theme with inside forwards or wingers, the arrival of athletic club star Nico Williams at Real Madrid would signal the departure of Rodrygo. Again, every minute there's a new club and a new reason as to what's going on with the future of Nico Williams. Barcelona kind of distanced themselves in what felt like 24 hours later. Real Madrid are set to enter the race to sign long-term Arsenal transfer target Nico Williams. To be fair, though, you do hear rumors Florentino Perez wants Real Madrid to get some more Spanish players, in which Nico Williams is. Arsenal, meanwhile, are planning to overhaul their front line this summer and hold the 22-year-old in extremely high regard. Indeed, they also looked at the signing 12 months ago, but his preference has always been to remain in Spain, while his 170k a week salary was understood to represent a significant stumbling block. Do you not think Nico Williams is worth the money? Do you think he's overrated? Do you think, we should move on? Do you think he'll sign up for us? Smash the like button and let me know. Leave a comment after the video's done, man, and in the live chat. Williams now appears certain to leave his boyhood club Athletic Bilbao, who have qualified for the Champions League. And according to Marca, Real Madrid are positioning themselves for the signature of Nico Williams. Again, Real Madrid are keen to build a new look team around a young Spanish core, which is kind of what I've been alluding to. Apparently, Laporte, who's the Barcelona president on Williams, said he's one of the candidates we're looking at when we were evaluating options. We have a good profile of this player who is an excellent player, but I think at the moment they are evaluating other options. So again, it's a bit of gamesmanship. Doesn't necessarily rule out Barcelona, but everybody is being linked with Nico Williams. Where Gyökeres is concerned, 1 minute it's a Man United hijack, and I hope they win Europa League today. Apparently, Arsenal are on the verge of wrapping up, reportedly, one of their marquee signings for the summer transfer window. Gyökeres is expected to join us next week. He has 96 goals and 102 appearances for Sporting. Bring him, man. Bring the 26-year-old. He could do a domestic double. They have won the Portuguese First Division, and they're in a cup final against Benfica. So, yeah, bring him, man. And we keep hearing about Zubimendi, but we hear we're bidding for Rodrygo and Gyökeres. It seems like we're moving closer. We're made to believe Zubimendi's done. Has anyone seen anyone holding any shirts and making interviews on Arsenal.com? I don't know. So until that happens, it feels like talking points at the very minimum. Arsenal and Partey started contract talks quite apart in terms of finances involved, but it appears a decision will be reached soon. Arsenal are keen to agree a new deal, potentially a 2-year deal, with signs that something will get agreed. Apparently, Arsenal have given permission for Jorginho to play at the FIFA Club World Cup with Flamengo this summer. We all know he's leaving on the free. Do you not remember when we was linked with Dynamo Zagreb's Martin Butrina? Forgive me for mispronouncing his name. Fabrizio Romano commented that he's available for 20 to 25 million. I wonder if Arsenal will revisit that, especially with what's going on with Thomas Partey. We've been linked with Gyökeres. We've gone over that. We've gone over several things, but we are linked with Embuemo, who has 19 goals this season. Thomas Frank seems quite coy on the guy's future. Apparently, Embuemo's ability to both play as a winger and a striker is an appealing asset for Arsenal as they look to strengthen their attack next season. Additionally, the Cameroon international has proven himself to be a consistent goal scorer in the top flight, whilst his pressing and intensity are qualities that would greatly benefit Arsenal's style of play. Bring him. I've covered this already, but allegedly Arsenal and Chelsea are both interested interested in signing Newcastle United inside forward Anthony Gordon, who's available for 80 million people. We're still linked with Rafa Leao as a potential Martinelli replacement. Apparently, we're leading the race for Jamie Gittins of Borussia Dortmund. Again, the ITKs are at it, people. Apparently, before Xabi Alonso told insiders he was leaving Leverkusen for Real Madrid, the German club had been in a strong position to sign Garcia, obviously a goal. You can see the picture. Apologies. Since then, Newcastle United, Barcelona, Chelsea, and Manchester City have all emerged as potential destinations for the goalkeeper. Arsenal believe Garcia no longer sees himself as a number 2, so we're going to have to pivot in that regard. Mikel Arteta had Zoom calls with Garcia last summer. The plan was for Garcia to be Arsenal's number 2, playing in the League Cup and FA Cup games. Arsenal's data team sees goalkeepers as an underdeveloped market and good opportunity for value and profit. They learned from a Konku situation, a goalkeeper who may return to the Premier League and should have been sold for more. I agree. Told that Arsenal are targeting players they believe are currently undervalued but have significant potential, with Garcia, Sesko, and Embuemo all fit in that profile. I mean, Liverpool did that. Carl Hein, our goalkeeper's agent, is currently in talks with clubs. Understand that some within the club have doubts over his ability on the ball. Hein may go on another loan to a Conference League or Europa League side to increase value before being sold. No clue on his contract. I mean, we've been linked with João Pedro. You obviously seen he wasn't in Brighton's squad against Liverpool because he had a bust up in training. Can't imagine Arteta's keen on that. Romano has said João Pedro can leave Brighton in the summer as he's open to a new chapter of his career. Top Premier League clubs aware of the opportunity for potential transfer fee of around 70 million euros, but final decision up to Brighton. And apparently it's one to watch this summer. We're looking at Real Madrid's left back Victor Villepenas. Forgive me for mispronunciation. Apparently, Arsenal's transfer strategy for attackers has been out for Andrea Berta to lay the groundwork on multiple targets, so the trigger can be pulled on a unanimous decision. Berta has spoken to over 15 attackers, and it will prevent the signings of players like Raheem Sterling, hopefully. Have you lot seen Arsenal's leaked away kit for next season? What do you make of that? I can't lie. We've got some great kits, but I'm not buying the kits until we sign some players.
You always just have to run like defenders. I think like